This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. And this is for the month of September. Theme first, okay? We'll look for the theme for the month of September first. Stand your ground and don't fool around. If someone's messing with you, stand up and speak your truth. Do not allow it. Do not allow anyone to tell you what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know who you need to work with, and you need to just stand your ground. So that means that you're probably going to be dealing with somebody who's going to try to step on you. Don't allow it. Now, that doesn't mean you have to prove you're right or prove anything to anybody. You do not. You need to also be a peacekeeper at the same time. So standing your ground and still being a peacekeeper, I'm going to say is going to make you a miracle worker. So have some fun with that. But it's true. I think that it's possible for you to say no with a smile on your face. And if someone needs to be right, let them be right. Pick your fights. That's what the month of September means for you. Trust and thrive on the things that you know are possible, because I think this might be a very interesting month. Let's take a look. Okay, love for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for the month of September. Let's see what we got. First of all, Gemini, I do see some sadnesses have come to your family and stresses that will sort of make your month of September up and down. Okay, so good and bad, good and bad. I mean, this is unfortunately going to be the month of September for you. Maybe there's been some problems. Maybe September will be the month that you will be reeling in the energy of what has already happened. So the month of September is going to be you sitting there with your hand on your forehead going, okay, now what? What now? So whatever's happened in love, it could be family members, it could be partnerships, but something has stalled, something has slung backwards, so to speak. There is a review or some sort of concern or worry or finality to something, okay? It stirs on a whole new era. Whatever's going on in the Gemini's life, there's an ending of something and a new beginning of something else. It is inevitable that it had to happen, whatever's going on. It's not a bad thing. It works out in the end very well. So I'm going to say by mid-September, you're going to be feeling better for it, whatever that is, okay? Just go with it. Now, if you Gemini are considering a new love affair, I'm going to say this is a possibility. Gemini, this is not a bad month for that kind of energy for you. Don't move too quickly. Just take your time. Don't jump the gun. But it could be a very interesting month. It could be. It could be. The problem I'm seeing here is if you move too quickly, you might have met someone that is like just really up your alley, and you're really getting along with them and you really like them, but something is said at the wrong time and causes a bit of an argument. So I guess what I'm saying for the month of September, I'd like you just to go slow, not too fast, and don't give away too much if it's a new relationship, okay? And if it's an older relationship, I'm going to say be really careful that you don't say something that's callous and harsh or unkind in some way. You may not mean it, but you will and can still do it. The possibility of finding a good lover is there, but go slow. If you're already in a love affair, I see a potential for argument about something. If you're just a little more gentle and understanding, there won't be. So just be mindful of that. And there will be some circumstances that will require you to close up some things or make final something in the month of September. It could be property that you own with family, or is maybe even property that's inherited. Yeah, something like that. Or that you share interest in. Okay? There are some of you that are in relationships, I'm going to say, because of superficial reasons. Those superficial reasons may be challenged in the month of September. Health for the month of September for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This stress is going to just take you right out in some ways. Tells me I see stomach problems, maybe ulcers, either thyroid or throat, something to do with thyroid, or even voice. So maybe could that mean you get laryngitis, or could that mean that something to do with your mouth? Maybe there's dental work to be done. Maybe you can't talk as much as normal, or maybe there's a warning not to talk so much, or maybe you'll catch something because of breathing it in. So something like that. Maybe given some news by a doctor in this month of September that's startling. You may be given a decision that you have to make about it. I have two really good cards at the end of that. So no matter what it is, don't worry too much about it, okay? Be concerned, yes, but also trust your own instincts. Feel it out, okay? Feel it out. I want you to feel it out. And when in doubt, sit it out. If it doesn't feel right, it isn't right. If you don't feel confident in making a decision about something, don't. Sit it out for a little bit. I will say this in the end, you have the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles. Those are very good cards to have in place of a problem such as health. And I do see something comes up, but in the end, I see success or victory in the end. But in the end, I have good cards, so you'll be fine. But I do see some health issues that will be challenging for the month of September. And their money, and we'll see what they think about money for September. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for September, for the whole month of September regarding money. Gemini, you're not letting anybody spend any more money. This whole month, you're going to be whipping everybody into shape. There won't be an overspending coming out of your house. I can tell you that. You already see problems with expenses and money coming in, and you're already on top of it. You've been on top of it for a little bit. You do recognize there's an issue in your money coming in and going out. I'm going to say the majority of Geminis are quite familiar with that kind of understanding, inflation, all of it. Geminis are quite smart, and I'm going to say that Gemini, this is an area you've kind of looked at and going, okay, I got to smarten up here, I got to smarten up there, and you're doing a hell of a good job. That's all I can say, a hell of a good job. Now, there might be something that you do regarding residential. If you have a big enough house, I think you're going to take someone in to help pay some of the bills. I think you're going to, let's say, even in work, if you don't need an office and you can work at home, you're going to reduce your expense there. So I see you looking at ways of reducing expense and any ways of making a little extra. You're on it. You're doing whatever you can. You don't have a lot of options, but I do see you making it work. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think you're going to end up doing pretty damn good in the month of September. If I can say this, you're going to probably put things in balance. In other words, if whatever you've already looked at, there's too much money going out and not enough coming in kind of deal. Because you've already done that, you're already on top of how to fix that. And then because you're fixing it, you're going to end up likely breaking even in the month of September, which is better than you did in August. That means you're moving forward in a good and solid way, okay?